Hey guys, it's Mickiee, and today I'm doing a character turnaround. I don't typically do a full character sheet. I normally do like maybe a headshot and a front-facing like full body pose. But this time I decided to do a full front, back, and side character sheet. I just felt like it would be a good portfolio piece, and so I wanted to put forth the extra effort for this comic. I also wanted to have something to help me keep the consistency of my comic characters. Definitely a reference sheet for my own art because it is very hard to keep consistency sometimes. I didn't end up recording a lot of my sketches, so I just skipped over to finishing all of them. I've been writing down all of my thoughts and my feelings about the process of making this comic, and this was just one of those times where I wasn't sure about my style. During that time, I realized that the chins had to go. They were too pointy, and bears are not pointy. Line work is really my favorite. I love crispy lines. One thing about doing line work though is that I'm starting, like, this is a new software for me. I recently got an iPad and I don't really know all the ins and outs of using Procreate, so I'm just now getting used to it. This is like one of the projects that is helping me get used to Procreate. I've been looking up a lot of tutorials and I still don't know how to do a lot of things, but it's exciting. I want to have my workflow be Procreate, then Clip Studio, where I do my small pieces in Procreate because it's more portable, and then Clip Studio will be my big pieces like comics and stuff. What I love about Clip Studio is that they have a huge store where I can get a lot of free brushes, and so that's like new territory for me with Procreate. There's not a central area for brushes on Procreate, so I've been sticking to the default brushes. Nothing too fancy. One thing that I've been wanting to get better at are expressions, so I wanted to do a little bit of a kind of like a ooh face where she's talking like a in between ooh or ah kind of face. One thing that I've been noticing a lot, I guess as an artist, is expressions. I have been like watching a lot of TV shows and noticing like really nice expressions, like thinking, oh, I like how they move their face. So I wanted to include some expressions in my character sheets. Another thing that's like been kind of hard for me with this iPad is I feel like there's no pressure sensitivity, and it's not something that I've like gone into settings to try and fix or figure out. So I'm just thickening my lines after. I've been watching a lot of stuff while drawing, and while watching Squid Game's Player 333 really caught my eye. It was just one scene where he looked like a little confused, and I was like, oh, what a good expression. So I actually wasn't planning on watching Summer Strike, but then I saw edit of him in the show, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch it. Like, he looks so good in it.
And it's a cute story. I feel like it's really slow. It's really sad. I wasn't expecting it to be so, like, dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, the drama, pain, the trauma. It's just. I was looking. My reasonings for watching the show was very different than what I was expecting. So I don't know. Something about his eyes were just. They were just so, like, I needed to see them in action, you know what I mean? It's really amazing what a edit can do. It can really bring in a new audience.
I really love adding the hatching effect to my shaded areas, and I just find it so satisfying to do. I'm really liking how it's turned out so far. This is the last part of my line work, and I'm almost done. So my iPad died, and well, it was charging, by the way, so I became a traditional artist. JK. I am really just joking. I really had this planned for quite some time. I've been wanting to complete a comic and pen for the longest. The reason why I wanted to do this comic and pen is because I've got some really nice pen from Kinokuniya, and they had some like just interesting colors. Like this pen right here is called Milk Tea Color. It's like a very nice beige color. It's the Uni 1 pen, and it is a limited edition one, and so it's scaring me because I'm going to be using the pen a lot, and I don't want to run out of ink. And I recently looked it up to see if I could order another one, and guess what? That mess is not online. No, I'm kidding. But I only saw like two, and there was one on eBay. But it was so oh my gosh, I think it was super expensive. I think it was like $30. And I'm like, $30? I can't. So I need to make it last. So for the last part of my character design process, I ended up scanning it and then coloring it in Procreate. And I quite like it. It was just a pleasant surprise. I ended up trying to color the line art digitally, like by color matching, and I'm not even gonna show you guys because this one just looks so much better. This flower basket was so hard to find online. Like, I knew that it existed, but I didn't know what it was called, and so I kept calling it like a pail, like a flower pail or something. But eventually I found a reference image. I couldn't get a good recording of my coloring process, so I ended up including a time lapse. And I really like how she turned out. She's very cute, very sweet looking, and shiny. That was all for my character design process.